Our rivers and seas are our shared natural resources. Their amenities and utility are enjoyed by everyone, but they are increasingly under threats from pollution, such as those borne by wastewaters. Wastewaters are produced from a combination of domestic, industrial, commercial, or agricultural activities, and depending on their loads or contents, can be very polluting and harmful to humans, animals, and generally to the environment. In Malaysia, two of the biggest sources of wastewaters with high organic contents and other harmful substances are municipal or domestic waste and the palm oil milling industry. Many studies have shown that in both sectors, the effluent quality of these wastewaters, even after treatment, commonly do not meet the legal standards as specified by the Department of Environment Malaysia. There are numerous processes that can be used to clean up wastewaters, depending on the types and extent of pollution loads. Biodegradation in conventional facultative ponds is one of the most widely employed treatments of sewage waters and palm oil mill effluents. The main processes at work in such oxidation ponds are the aerobic and anaerobic biodigestion by bacteria and other microorganisms. The potency of any treatment of organic waste depends on its ability to degrade and reduce these into compounds that are safer and more eco-friendly. That in turn depends on the synergy of bacteria used. Oxiflo is a product of United States technology and was originally developed from two biotech labs in the state of Ohio, USA. It is bioengineered to boost the biological ponding system to a higher level of efficacy.
Oxiflo is a product that was designed to break down waste, in a waste lagoon or a waste pond. But what we're doing is we're feeding the natural occurring microbial life in whatever situation we're in, so that we work in a wide range of situations, because we're not dependent on one or two bacteria to do the work for us. We raise the dissolved oxygen in the pond or lagoon so that we get a better balance of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, which really makes our breakdown a lot faster and a lot more efficient. That's our edge over our competitors, who are usually only adding one or two microbial products. We recently had a beef packing plant that had a lagoon system to take care of the waste coming out of the beef processing. It was mostly fecal matter with a few other things like blood in it. But it had been sitting for a while. The plant had been empty, and the people that bought it were rehabbing it and turning it into a pork slaughter plant. And they wanted us to clean up their retention lagoons. The crust on the top of the first stage lagoon was so thick and heavy that there were small trees growing in the middle of the lagoon on these floating pads of manure. After 6 months, we had broken it down enough that there were still a few trees floating, but they were starting to tip over and fall into the water simply because the base was being eroded from underneath them. By 18 months, we had turned that whole pond into almost clear water with just a very, very few small hand-sized pieces of material still floating on the top.
Oxiflo has two active payloads, a suite of highly specialized bacteria, and a bio-booster package. The booster is designed to leverage existing in situ microbial life to ramp up oxygenation of pond waters or wastewaters. For manure, sludge and effluent treatment ponds, and palm oil mill effluent ponds, where anaerobic conditions abound, better oxygenation will speed up the biodegradation process. Oxiflo enhances functional biological flux by providing native bacteria with the supplied booster, and thereby achieve the best balance between aerobic and anaerobic processes. Oxiflo is a modern example of such a biotech product, and it certainly can become a valuable add-on in any farm or wastewater manager's suite of tools and systems. As governments and the public demand more and more of how well we protect ourselves, our children and the environment, Dakol hopes to be in the forefront of this important endeavor.